Hello once again YouTube, this is Frightmare 100 and I'm back today with something a little different. Before we get into it, I just want to do this little intro just to let you know what's going on. Basically, this is going to be my 50th video on YouTube. Feels pretty cool. I just started out, made a couple of videos, showing a few DVDs, never thought I'd go this far. But yeah, 50th video, really cool. The next thing is I am up to about 292 subscribers, I think it is. So very close to 300 subscribers, which is just fantastic. And I'd like to take a moment just to thank everybody that's subscribed, everybody that takes the time to watch my little videos and comment, and just everybody's been great. So yeah, my 50th video. I decided I want to do something a little different. Now, in the past I've just done updates, shown the room, shown DVDs that are in my collection from before, done a few contest videos, run my own contest, but one thing I've never done is reviews. I've never reviewed a movie. I've talked about films and whether I like them or not, but I've never really done a real review. So I thought, well, might as well start doing that, and where best to start is my 50th video, to start doing reviews. Now if this goes well, it's going to be hopefully a weekly thing. I'll do a weekly review of all different types of films. I've got some obscure Asian films, some classic films, some older films, some newer films, just a real mix of anything from the horror genre. I wanted to do this one, get this review up. It's a film that a lot of you are going to know. It's a fairly new film, but it is one that many people are going to know about. I just wanted to do this one as kind of a test review, just to see how it goes. There's going to be a new intro and things to it as well. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. My 50th video. Thank you once again to every single one of you that's subscribed and watches my videos. So let's just crack on. Hopefully at the end you can leave some comments, leave some criticism. You know, let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what you'd like to see. And if it goes well, it'll be something I do a little more often. Like I say, maybe make it into a weekly thing. If not, then I'll have to try and find something else to do. But I'm going to give it a go. My first review, Frightmare 100. Thank you very much. Let's take a look.
I used to be like you a long time ago. People look at you and think of how wonderful your future will be. They want you to be something special, like a doctor or a lawyer. I hate to tell you this, but if you grow up here, you're more likely to wind up selling your bodies on the streets or shooting dope from dirty needles in a bus stop. And if you're successful, you'll make money selling junk to crackheads. And you won't think twice about killing someone's wife because you won't even know what's wrong in the first place. Maybe you'll end up like me, a hobo with a shotgun. Oh, with a shotgun. With a shotgun. Hobo with a shotgun. Hobo with a shotgun.
Okay guys, so here we go. This is my first ever review on Frightmare 100. Snappy title, probably going to call it Frightmare 100 Reviews. So as you can see from the trailer and the intro, we're going to be taking a look at this film. This is Hobo with a Shotgun, and just going to be letting you know about the film. There's going to be no spoilers, so don't worry. For those of you, very few that probably haven't seen it. But yeah, just some thoughts and some opinions on the film. This is the second feature film to come about off of mock trailers which were done for the Rodriguez Tarantino Grindhouse film. The writer, John Davies, replied to an ad on the internet asking for a 2-minute exploitation style trailer, basically to coincide with the release of Grindhouse. Now, this resulting trailer was posted online back in 2007, and it went viral pretty much straight away. The trailer was then added to the start of every Grindhouse print that was playing in Canadian theatres, which isn't too bad for something that cost the makers $150. The producer, Niv Finchman, brought in Jason Eisener, who went on to direct the film, and basically turned it into a feature-length film. So, Hobo with a Shotgun was born. The story revolves around our nameless star, the Hobo, played by, I've got to say, the fantastic Rutger Hauer, Canadian legend. He's basically catching a train into Hope Town. Now, he soon realises once he gets there that this town's become basically a lawless, crime-ridden shithole, to be honest. This place has been ruled over by Drake, played by Brian Downey, and his two sons, Slick and Ivan, who were played by Gregory Smith and Nick Bateman. Foregoing his desire to buy a $50 lawnmower, he instead uses his hard-earned money, and for those of you who've seen, you'll see how he earns that money, to buy a shotgun, and basically appoints himself protector of the people. Wants to rid the streets of all this crime and filth. This includes protecting a prostitute with a heart, who seems to, that kind of role seems to pop up in a lot of films. This particular lady is called Abby, and she's played by Molly Dunsworth, does a really good job. And he just wants to clean up the streets for good. So that's it. Obviously, chaos ensues from there. I'm pretty sure if you haven't seen it, you can kind of get the gist. On a personal point, I found this film just to be a great mix of chaos, gore, fun. It was very stylish, and perhaps surprisingly, it was actually in parts quite sweet. It was quite a sweet, honest film. The violence itself, maybe for casual viewers, could be a lot to take in, if not downright offensive in parts. The school bus scene in particular, I remember, is a great example of that. But for those with a better insight into the genre, the exploitation and horror genre, they're going to find this film it's going to be worth applauding, basically. It takes its subject matter to a place where a lot of films, many films, promise and then never quite fulfill that. But this one does in buckets and spades. The makers, I think, pull off the Grindhouse look, feel and sound very well. The way the film was made takes you straight back to the 80s. I'd also like to mention there's a guy called Alexander Rosborough. This guy was brought in to do the sound mixing for the film. But he also plays Slick's stunt double. He's the second gang member from the pawn shop robbery scene, and he also donated his car, the one that Slick and Ivan used, the white kind of sports car with a gull wing. I mention that basically because it just sums up the overall feel that I got from this great film. A real passionate, close-knit group of friends making a film they wanted to make with a low budget. This low budget also meant that the effects in the film, the blood and the gore in particular, were practical effects, which for me is just perfect. I think if they did have a bigger budget and they decided to go down the CGI route, it wouldn't work for this type of film. So I think the low budget actually made the film. Also, really quick, I want to mention The Plague, Rip and Grinder. One of these was also played by Nick Bateman. These are basically a duo of armour-clad demons with this kind of tentacle monster that live in this kind of underground dwelling. they need to be seen to believe. But I love them, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I mean, overall I found Hobo to be, it's a really wild and original creation. One where you can actually feel the filmmaker's passion coming off the screen. It's like filmmaking of old. It's grindhouse, and that's what it's supposed to be, and that's what it lives up to. That for me is what's lacking in Hollywood these days, and it's a breath of fresh air when this kind of film comes along and takes you back to the practical effects, and you know, making a film that you want to make for the love of the film, not just to get bums on seats in theatres. It leaps from the screen. I mean, it's this saturated Technicolor. It's just glorious, beautiful colour. The blood's bright red. Everything around them is just saturated in colour, and it just looks stunning. It's a really campy, gruesome exploitation film of the highest order. I can't recommend it enough. As I say, I'm pretty sure that 99% of the people that are going to watch this have seen it. But yeah, as I say, my first review, I just wanted to pick something that's kind of new and relevant. But yeah, absolutely loved it. The other thing I want to mention, if I do this, might seem a little tacky, but being Frightmare 100, the rating system I'm going to have is based on that. So for this film, and I will give this film a rating, overall I'm going to give it, so yeah, that's my review of Hobo with a Shotgun. Real quick, this is the Blu-ray release from the UK, obviously a Region B Blu-ray. Comes with this really nice slipcover. The slipcover is kind of just about semi-embossed, nice and shiny, and it replicates the poster art, kind of the old folded posters. Really love the cover art, it's absolutely beautiful. The Blu-ray itself comes with audio commentaries. There's a really fantastic making of Hobo with a Shotgun. There's some deleted scenes. I know that I don't want to spoil the ending, but there is an alternate ending as well, involving Abby. I won't go into that. So yeah, alternate endings, interviews with cast and crew. There's some blogs and some trailers. The original trailer that was posted online is also on there. There's also, I think they set up a competition for somebody to do another Grindhouse trailer, and that's on there as well, so plenty of extras in that. You also get the Troll Hunter survival guide for the new film Troll Hunter. But yeah, really nice release. I know there is a release I've seen floating about from Canada, obviously being a Canadian film. They've gone kind of nuts about it. Rutger Hauer's a legend, not just in Canada, all over, but particularly there. So yeah, I know that their release has this pop-out sleeve and that to it, so maybe if you can get hold of a copy of that. This is just single disc, but as I say, there's plenty of really nice features to get involved in. And it's a nice looking release, nice slipcase. So yeah, fantastic film, really good release. The DVD itself I'm going to give, so yeah, overall absolutely brilliant. If you haven't seen it, you're really missing out. You need to go and see it now. If you have, hopefully you've learned something new, or at least you know, you understand my opinions on the film. So yeah, please, again, like I said, leave some comments below. Let me know if there's anything I can do differently, anything I'm doing right, some criticism, constructive hopefully. And yeah, maybe if this one goes well, I'll start doing some more reviews in the future. But for now, this has been Frightmare 100. Thank you all once again for watching, and take it easy.
Hobo with a shotgun. Oh, with a shotgun. With a shotgun.